Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 for another episode of Forza Mythbusters. Today, I've got a sneaking suspicion we're gonna be doing a lot of busting. I never expected this series to go on for as long as it has. In all of these videos, I always say, hey, if you want to submit myths to this series, leave them in the comments section down below, and if they're really cool, I'll check them out in a future video. I think people have decided to take that for this month and turn it into a challenge where they can basically write the realest sounding fake thing in Forza Horizon 5. And I think genuinely all of the myths for today are fake. If you do want to submit a myth, comment section down below and I might check it out in a future video. I want to start one myth right at the start of this video because we won't actually be able to answer it right away. Myth: the AI traffic will drive slower when it rains. Highway traffic speed is 60 miles an hour. Keep that in the memory. I guess we should also get a speed maybe over here on this little bit of road.
And don't forget to bust your own myths by going to the R12 store and buying merch to see if your wife will get mad. Please let me out of the basement, Nick, it's cold.
No one who watches these has a wife, let alone a girlfriend, has let alone spoke to a woman before. All right, so this little bit of road going over this bridge is 30 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour on the highway, 30 miles an hour on this bit. You guys are in charge of remembering those speeds and yelling at me when it starts to rain in the game. I guess we should also get to the myth that kind of started this month. Myth: the Lamborghini Revuelto is one of the only true hybrid cars in Forza Horizon 5. When you're driving below 3,000 RPM, your car will be in electric mode, and as soon as you go faster than that, it'll switch to petrol mode. Here, let's take a listen. Very clearly petrol power, but below 3,000 RPM. That is so cool! I love that. What about reverse? Does it work in reverse too? It does! That is absolutely myth confirmed. The Lamborghini Revuelto is in fact a working hybrid. I think that might be the only myth we confirm. I think everything else is getting a bust. On the topic of the new Lambos, myth: on the Lamborghini Sterrato, the transmission noise stops when you brake. That would be really weird, and I feel like I would have noticed that before. Dude, that is so loud, it's insane. Apparently, if I brake, that high-pitched whine will go away. Let's find out. I'm pressing the brake and the gas and nothing. Oh, it does! It does go away. That shouldn't go away. That is absolutely myth confirmed. Maybe an AR12 viewer somewhere out there does have a Sterrato and can let us know if that's real or not. Myth: the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am from 1973 has a different starting cutscene in Forza Vista. What? Number one, what the hell is a starting cutscene? And two, what? Get in the Pontiac, and then you press the turn on button, and there should be a cutscene. Wait, what? I need to show you what that's supposed to look like. That's myth confirmed, though. Press the on button in the little Fiat. This is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to do this boom thing, screen, normal. What if I told you this myth actually goes a step further? Somebody totally different wrote, when you start up the 1971 Plymouth Cuda with the racing hood on it, it also shows a custom cutscene. So this thing is basically bone stock. There's no fancy racing hood on this thing just yet. Let me get in it and start it up and see if there's a custom cutscene first. Oh, there is, and it's sick. Okay, so maybe it doesn't have to do with the racing hood. 2012 Aventador also has it. Wait, what? The Aventador has a different one? Chat says Aventador J, also from 2012. Okay, and Lambo button in the middle. That one's different too! What? Where are these coming from? You guys can mess around with this. Somebody can come up with a list of cars with different cutscenes and why they work and so on. Have fun. That's a good rainy day afternoon. I was really hoping that would transition to the rain, but that hasn't worked particularly well. Anyways, Myth absolutely confirmed a bunch of cars in Forza Horizon 5 have custom, unique start screens. And I promised you busting at the start of this video. We're getting into some busting. Myth, if you jump into the Toyota GR86, go to your upgrades, and then hold the throttle, then back out and into the body kits and presets, your car will drive by itself in your driveway. Note, you have to be in the Buenos Vistas house. This is fake news. This is my in real life race car. I would have noticed this. Go into upgrades, then hold your throttle. The car will start revving up, back out and into the body kit and preset. I'm still holding the gas. Nothing happened. Is that fake news? What? It's real! You have to go really fast. Rev it up, and then ready? Left and down. Why is that a thing? I was so ready to say myth busted, but that's actually confirmed. I wonder if I put the car into automatic gear, press the left trigger to rev it up, but backwards, if it'll go backwards. I want to see if we can roll down the hill and into the ocean. The big question is, can I rev up with the left trigger? No. My bonus myth is busted, but that myth is absolutely confirmed. Myth, the Lamborghini Huracan STO's window tint is on the inside of the window and not the outside, meaning you can't see it when in free roam except in first person. Are you really telling me somebody's tinted the windows but the wrong way? Before I do that, let me just jump into the open world to make sure the no window tint works. No window tint, perfectly normal, and window tint and black window tint. As soon as we spawn in here, okay, I can see the window tint. The window tint clearly worked. But you're saying as soon as I go to free roam, we should see no window tint. Oh. Wait, it's real! What does no tint look like? Dude, it looks exactly the same. Is that another myth confirmed? I told people that we were gonna be busting myths today, and we haven't busted a single one. We've actually got 2 more gear-related myths to test. Myth number 1. Typically, if you have a manual transmission in any other gear other than first gear, and hold the handbrake to engage launch control, the car will automatically switch to first gear. But if you full turn and hold your wheel in either direction before holding your handbrake, you can engage launch control in whatever gear you're in, even reverse. I hold the handbrake, I press A to hold the handbrake, and I rev it up. If I was to try that in second gear, I should redline according to this guy. Oh, no, correction. Sorry, I go back to first gear. He said, but if I turn full lock, then handbrake, shift up, so I'm full lock, handbrake on, now rev it up. Wait, as soon as we stop steering, it goes back to first? Full turn, handbrake, launch control, and then stop steering? Dude, that's weird. That's actually really annoying, because if you wanted to launch your car in second, you'd basically have to be full turned like this and let them go all at the same time, which is just slower. That one's confirmed. It's useless, but it's confirmed. Let's just test the next gearbox-related myth. The 2018 Ford Mustang GT has a manual transmission and an automatic dashboard. Well, let's find out. 2018 Mustang GT, this one. But wait, you're right. It has a Prindle and no gear indicator. Hold on, I need to go on Google to find the actual thing. This is what it's supposed to look like. So you can see your RPM, no Prindle in the middle, and then your speed is obviously on the right-hand side there. Meanwhile, we've got a Prindle. I don't appreciate that. Wait, chat says the RTR Spec 5 has a different one too. Does the RTR car have a different one? Because this is the same year and everything. It's also a manual, and it's also a Prindle. handle. Wait, this one's an automatic Mustang. I didn't know the RTR was an automatic Mustang. I wonder if the developers scanned an automatic Mustang, but then converted it to a manual one, like with photogrammetry and so on, because they wanted to have a manual one in the game, but didn't adjust the gearbox or like the screen. All right, I'm not gonna lie, boys. This rain is taking forever today. Myth, the BMW E92 M3 GTS has a seatbelt harness when you give your car a full roll cage. Hold on, I gotta go buy one. E92 M3 GTS. Okay, art. Not this again. Hey, remember that myth from a couple of weeks ago about how the developers are always watching? Do you think they happen to be watching right now? Let's just restart the game. We're gonna reset our message send. There's no way we go back to back. Let's see. Let's see. Thanks, developers! Jumping into the BMW M3 GTS. Yo, the devs like Batman. We just put up the playground game signal and they come woof. So, as it turns out, the developers are, in fact, always watching. Apparently. Right now, the car is using, like, a regular seatbelt, I guess. But if I get a roll cage, the seatbelt should change to a harness? Yo, that's really cool. Wait, that's even the same seatbelt I have in my Miata. That's so cool. Chat says, and yet the driver still doesn't wear it. Let's see. That is rather unfortunate, sir. Wait, chat said it's gone? Wait, it's gone. Wait, what? Once again, myth confirmed. Chat, enough is enough. This next myth will absolutely be a bust. Myth, the 2006 Koenigsegg CCX shifting animation is, and I quote, sus. I don't know what that means, but I think we're gonna find out. Not again. Wait, it's backstage? No need to worry. We're good. In before I restart my game and I have one now. How is the CCX shifting animation gonna be sus? What does that even mean? Okay, well, let's see if it's sus. I'm a child. I'm a child. Wait. Oh, the devs are so gonna ban me. Could we please bust a myth today? Myth, the 2021 Porsche GT3 speedometer is inaccurate. Okay, this is an easy bust. 125 indicated, and I'm doing 120. Wait, chat, isn't that technically a myth confirmed? Shit. 40 miles an hour, and it says 25. When I get to 50 miles an hour indicated, I'm doing 60. 75 is actually 80. 125 seems a little bit off. 150 is also off. That's too slow. It's another one of these cars, though, where if you notice, look at the speedometer, it drops below 0. So that means when you're going slow, it's not actually activated. Even though that is wrong, it's also myth confirmed. I've waited over an hour for the game to start raining, but it's still not raining. I guess we're gonna... Actually, wait, I can use this event lab and then turn traffic on, can't I? Before, we were doing 60 miles an hour on the highway, 30 miles an hour on that side street. He's doing like 47, 48. The Raptor is doing 49. You are also doing 47, 48. As it turns out, the AI are in fact slower when it rains. That's so weird. So they were 13 miles an hour slower on the highway. How much slower are they gonna be on this side street? Chat says you should try Event Lab again just to confirm in the drive. Good idea. This guy's also slower. He should be doing 30. That dude's doing like 24, 25. I just need to go and make it dry and confirm that we don't get the same speeds as we just did. Are you doing 60? Chat, the AI drives slower in the rain. Myth confirmed. We were supposed to bust today. Imagine if the devs actually sent me a CCX. If I see +1 in GIF, I'm gonna scream. There's no... That's better than a CCX! I don't want your credit game. I'm deleting your GIF. I don't want it.